there, true believers, and welcome back to Sight to Astonish. So, the new trailer for Spider-Man Brand New Day has just dropped, along with a little surprise at the end from Insomniac Games. That's right, for the first time in a very long time, we have Spider-Man 2 DLC. It's the No Way Home suit, here titled the Fresh Start suit. It does look different from the suit that's already in-game, the new red and blue suit. The lenses are bigger, the colours are darker, the spider logo has been moved down a little bit, and the web pattern has been changed ever so slightly. This is a hugely positive change, and it looks really, really good, and even better, it's dropping before the movie comes out on July 28th, which is even better, as previously, movie suits had released after the movies had come out. I think a few did release before, but we got the Raimi suit way after that game had already come out, and with TASM 2 we didn't get it until Spider-Man 2 actually released. So it's really, really cool to see a brand new suit featured right here in Spider-Man 2 on July 28th. Now then, should we talk about some fun stuff? Let's talk about popcorn buckets. I am a collector of several popcorn buckets, I just can't seem to help myself. I picked myself up the Deadpool head from Deadpool and Wolverine. I picked myself up the Minecraft pickaxe from Minecraft. I bought the Amazing Digital Circus popcorn bucket because I'm a big fat chud. And I also managed to get for free the Fantastic Four popcorn bucket from First Steps, which is really, really cool. And I plan on buying these popcorn buckets because, oh my god, are they awesome. Now, I also collect the novelty cups that come out when these movies come out, and I also have quite a number of those. I had bought the Sonic, Minecraft, Superman, I bought the Deadpool head again, I bought the Fantastic Four one, and my beautiful, beautiful fiancé has the Invisible Woman one, and the movie merchandise for this movie is top shelf. Gimme, 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 gimme. I want this stuff bad. It looks so cool, and I'm slapping down however much money I got to for this, because, oh boy, let's go over it. First up, you have this absolutely stunning Spider-Man head bucket, which I was unfortunate to not be able to pick up the Venom or the Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse popcorn buckets, so this will actually be the first time I even managed to get my hands on a Spider-Man popcorn bucket that is shaped like his head, something that I have wanted for a little while. The other popcorn buckets that are available are this fairly basic Toon one, the Torso one, which is very cool, however, I'm more interested in the cup version of it, and this sort of hanging off the side, like wall crawling one, which does look cool, but the head one is too good to deny, it looks so good. The cups are equally as cool. You have a swinging action one, which I believe is only releasing in America. You have this really cool Torso one, which is the one that I am after, releasing here in Cineworld in the UK. Odeon have this sort of general stock art one that is often sold for like £3 over here in the UK, but there are these other ones too. One that I really wanted was this one here, the Spider-Man one where he's sort of whipping out a web. I wanted that one so bad, but it's not releasing here in the UK. If you're outside of the UK and you want to get one of these to me, I would be super, super happy about that, and while you're here, subscribe. But also, there are so many cool ones that are coming out that just aren't releasing, like these comic-based ones. Now, I am a huge fan of collecting these things, so seeing so many quality ones coming to the UK cinemas, I'm super excited. The ones coming to the UK cinemas are these ones with Odeon, these ones with Cineworld, and these ones with View. I am closest to a View, so I'm luckily going to be able to try and snag myself that head, and I know that my beautiful woman would love to spend her day trying to get me the head one, because she just loves me so much, and she's done stuff like this before for me, because she's amazing. And I'm also going to have to travel quite far to get my hands on the Cineworld one, because in my area there is not a Cineworld. So I'm excited to get my hands on these things. I really like these collectible popcorn buckets and these sort of collectible movie trinkets. I'm not so much a big fan of the toppers, but I do like to get myself some of this movie merch, because to me, it helps me remember the time that I went to go and see these films. It helps me link a bit of a connection emotionally to the movies that I've been to go and see. And I just think it's also really cool to have a full-on collectible from the movie, because oftentimes you can find that a lot of merchandise in stores is directly aimed at small children, especially with Spider-Man, so being able to get a piece of of merchandise that is not only interesting and has a cool design on it, but is also not just targeted at an infant, so it's like a really small size, is so cool to me. I love getting my hands on it. Which one of these will you be picking up? Let me know in the comments below. And while you're at it, if you're interested, please like, subscribe, leave me a comment down below on what you're thinking on Brand New Day. I would love to hear it. Speaking of Brand New Day, how about we cover the new trailer that's just come out? Now, if you don't want to be spoiled on stuff that's in this trailer, please skip to the end of the video right here, or you can stop watching the video. At the end of the video, I'm going to go over some Spider-Man content that I plan to make in the future, and if you'd like to skip to that, that'll be here. And if you want to join in the discussion on that, you can either find me in the Discord, or you can find me down below in the comments, where you can pop down what you want to see if you want to see some Spider-Man content from this channel, because I plan on making much more. So let's go into the trailer. One thing I'm super excited about with this trailer is Hulk. Now, I know I don't do it a lot on my channel, but I'm a pretty big Hulk fan, and that's all thanks to mi madre. My mum is a huge Hulk fanatic, and frankly, I'd be remiss if I didn't say that I loved the Hulk because of her. The Hulk is such an interesting character to me, and to see him here in a Spider-Man movie warms my little heart, because I just love seeing this jolly green jade giant smashing things up on screen. But he might not actually be the jolly jade giant. He might actually be Joe Fixit. I kid, he's probably not going to be Joe Fixit, but he most likely will be the original Grey Hulk, as Hulk was originally grey. There's your little I Know Comics tidbit that everyone knows. But yeah, Hulk seems to be grey, and in the trailer we see him as green, but on SpideyTracker.com you can find a GIF that shows him very clearly as grey and with shorter hair, which is quite interesting. Now, do I want him to be grey, or do I want him to be green? That is the question. Frankly, I want to see him be grey, because it's not like Grey Hulk is any more ferocious than regular Green Savage Hulk is, but to be honest with you, I kind of hope that we're going to get a turn for Hulk and see him maybe be more like Joe Fixit, because I do like that version of the character. If you're not aware, I understand a lot of people's introduction to Hulk is through the movies, and that version of Hulk typically, other than the 2003 movie, typically doesn't really cover a wide range of Hulk's different personalities. But Hulk has a number of different personalities. Joe Fixit is the grey one, which is a retcon from when he was grey. They turned him into a whole new character. There is Devil Hulk, who is sometimes orange and sometimes this fucking thing, and there's Savage Hulk and Smart Hulk. Now, Smart Hulk we have seen in the MCU, but unfortunately he says Hulk dab, and I want to remove his head from his shoulders. So, I don't really give a f***. I'd rather have Amadeus Cho if we're going to have a Smart Hulk, but Grey Hulk in the comics used to just be a coloration of Hulk, and then he turned into Joe Fixit. Now, Joe Fixit is more like a mob boss type character. He's a lot smarter, and he's a lot more down to earth than any of the other Hulks. So I hope that we see this turn, because it seems like Marvel wants to do a smart Hulk character, but they just kind of failed the first time round. So maybe Joe Fixit is the character that we'll get this time round, and that will be what Hulk's new transformation is. A new mutation in his power, like with Spider-Man's mutations that are happening in the trailer. Perhaps we'll actually get to see Joe Fixit at the end of this movie, which would be really, really cool. Now, for the rest of this trailer, we mostly get Peter Parker doing Peter Parker things. Firstly, Destin Daniel Cretton has done possibly some of the best web-swinging work we've ever seen. This is fantastic. It makes me stiff. Oh, it's so good. Do you understand how hard it's been to watch the movie since Homecoming? Like, I'm not a big Homecoming fan. I'll cover it if you want me to cover it. Let me know in the comments below. I'm not a big fan of these MCU Marvel movies. I do like them, don't get me wrong, but I like them in the way that you like a big pint of Ben & Jerry's on a warm day. It fuels me just for that little bit, but once it's no longer a hot day, I'm not really interested in eating a pint of Ben & Jerry's, am I? I'd rather go off and enjoy, on a colder day, something like a delicious McDonald's apple pie to scald my mouth with, because it's hot as f***. And speaking of hot as f***, you have Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man, which have some of the most fantastic swinging scenes I've ever seen in my entire fucking life. Yes, I'm an old head. I get it. I love old Spider-Man, because old Spider-Man's better. But there is one good swinging scene in all of Holland's trilogy, but that's it. It's just one. He only has one good swinging scene. You could say that the one at the end of No Way Home is a good swinging scene, but you'd be wrong. Fight me in the comments.
Hi there.
editing Finn here. It's 4 in the morning, but I do want to say I do like this scene here, but more for what it means in the movie, and what it means for Tom Holland's character, and less of a good swinging scene. The swinging is shit, let's be real here, but the thematics of the scene is really good. So I do like this scene, I just don't like it as a swinging scene. So to see Destin Daniel Cretton put this much effort into the swinging scenes, it's got me so ready. I am so excited. It looks so good, from the gorgeous colour grading to the absolutely fantastic swinging. Look at that, look at him going through the street. Oh, and then that one from the previous trailer where he swings around and sort of clips the building. Oh, it is fantastic. It brings back feelings of Spider-Man 2. It is cherry on top. Looks so good. But there's something that's not in this trailer that I think might be alluded to, and that's two things. Now, this is heavy spoilers. If you have seen the trailer but you don't want to get into any heavy spoilers and possible leaks, skip ahead to this mark where I'll stop talking about it. But I do want to discuss this because the Lord and Saviour, Chris, 3C Films, did mention this, so I do want to bring it up. Apparently there have been some leaks to suggest that perhaps the end of this movie might end with Kraven's Last Hunt style, Peter Parker dying and being revived by the symbiote later on, whether it be in another movie or in Doomsday. Now, this is something that I mentioned I would love to see for this new trilogy. Now, I'm not original in this opinion. I know that Troy Boyo had mentioned that he also wanted to see this prior to this movie coming out. I am really interested in seeing this. If this is true, and this is the reason that Peter's eyes keep going black in the trailer, I would be very interested in seeing if this is true or not in the movie, because we also get this line from what I think is Jean Grey.
Yo, Spider-Man, you okay? You get rid of that monster inside you?
The monster in your head. Now, that could be Man-Spider, or it could be our symbiotic friend. Possibly even taking Pete for a bit of a nighttime stroll. I love the comics. But we simply don't know. Now, I'm not going to go any further into any more leaks. That was just one thing that I wanted to mention. Let's get back on track with what's actually in the trailer. So in the trailer, we see his eyes going black. This could be the Man-Spider. There were mentions that the Man-Spider stuff has been cut, and I think that what I spoke about in the previous segment could be what it was replaced by, but hey, if it is Man-Spider, awesome. If it is just his mutation, awesome. Hopefully he doesn't turn into that giant fucking spider thing like from the comics, because that's just ugly. But this trailer does so much cool stuff, whether it's Peter's relationship with Frank, which we've got this absolutely fucking all-time gem of a gift from it, and just look at that movement. That's fucking Spider-Man. Tom, you know what you're fucking doing. I'm so glad they fucking listen to you, dude. God damn. Like, look, I love the other Spider-Man, I do, they're in my heart forever, but Tom Holland seems to understand this character the same way that Andrew Garfield did, and he seems to care about it just as much, and I'm so excited for this movie. The rest of this trailer covers Pete's relationship with MJ, and it possibly seems like they're going to get back together. I kind of hope they don't, but they might, and we get to see Pete's relationship with Frank, because we're expanding the Marvel Universe here, and again, I'm cool with that, I'm chill with that. Peter and Frank have been friends in the, well, frenemies in the comics before. They tend to work with each other out of necessity, usually. They're not really, like, great friends, but they have been shown to be at least friendly at certain points. So, I'm interested in at least seeing where it goes. Other than that, this trailer is fantastic. I don't want to do too deep a dive on it, I just wanted to nitpick some things that I am really interested in and just bring them to the forefront because they're what have got my goat for this movie. I will be seated on the release day of this movie. I'm seeing it July 29th. I'm seeing it at 8 PM in the evening at my local cinema. I might even take the day off work and go and see it in the earlier day, see it twice in one day. That is how insane I am with Spider-Man. I love Spider-Man. If you want to see more Spider-Man stuff, let me know. I'm going to rattle off some Spider-Man videos that I've had going in my head for a couple of months now, and if you want to see them, like this video, get in the comments, tell me in my Discord. I would love to make more Spider-Man content on this channel. It is one thing that I care so deeply about, almost as much as I care about Ben 10 and Fortnite. I care so deeply about Spider-Man that I could literally rattle on for fucking years about this stuff. I love the webhead so much. I've been thinking about making a retrospective on the first trilogy of movies, a look at some of the earlier Spider-Man live-action pieces before the original trilogy of movies, such as The Electric Company and the Nicholas Hammond Spider-Man movies from 1977. I also want to take a look at the Ultimate Spider-Man comics, which is the comics that I grew up on. The Ultimate Spider-Man video game, the Spider-Man 1 tie-in games, hell, all of the Spider-Man tie-in games, the Insomniac games, and a full retrospective on those, and how I think that Spider-Man 2 kind of killed the buzz for that trilogy. those are just a few ideas. If you want to see him, let me know. Get this video dislikes, likes, whatever you can. Give it some engagement. Get this video up there in the numbers, and I will continue to make Spider-Man content. That is the only way that I know that you guys want to see this content, by liking, subscribing, all that good stuff. Anyway, with that coming to a close, in conclusion, I am so excited for Spider-Man Brand New Day. I think it has the possibility to be the best Spider-Man movie ever made. Thank you guys so much for watching. Bye-bye.